Well, good morning. Excuse me. Today, of course, is this is Friday morning, and we've made it. I almost made it to the end of this week. Today is it's October the 6th, and hope that you had a good Thursday. Hope that you had a good day. Hopefully, getting kind of working toward getting ready for the weekend, and now it's Friday morning, and I hope that you're doing well. Hope that you had a good night's rest. Hope that you're ready to tackle the today's opportunities, the opportunities that God has given us with a fresh new day, and then it'll be on to the weekend. And anyway, this morning I want to share with you. A devotional entitled Signs of Christ's Return. In Luke chapter 21, verse 17, it says, "And everyone will hate you because you are my followers." We know from church history, that the church has undergone relentless persecution. All the apostles except for one, died the death of a martyr. The Apostle John, you remember, he was banished to the island of Patmos, where he wrote the book of Revelation. Church tradition suggests that John's persecutors, tried to boil him in oil, but they didn't succeed, and so then they banished him to the island of Patmos instead. The church went, through horrible times of persecution, and from the first century to 314, the martyr period of church history, thousands of courageous Christians, laid down their lives for the sake of the gospel. 10 great waves of persecution took place under the various, Caesars, who sought to eradicate the Christian faith from the earth. But the thing is, instead of destroying Christianity, you see, they only strengthened it, in many ways. It scattered. The gospel is alive and well, and Jesus Christ is still working powerfully. You see, God allowed this persecution, and He will allow persecution. In fact, one of the signs of the last days will be increased persecution, and it will intensify during the tribulation period that, we've talked about in the last few days. The tribulation comes after after we're raptured out. Today there are courageous people around the world, standing up, for their faith. Yet you see in the United States, we sometimes complain, if someone makes fun of us for reading the Bible and various other, mild things. Listen, let's thank God, for the freedom that we still have today. And let's thank Him for the freedom that we have, to preach the gospel. But as Christians, we will face persecution. I mean, it's a given. I mean, God has told us that. If you're a godly person, then you will be persecuted. The Bible tells us in 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 12, it says, "Everyone who wants to live a godly life in Christ Jesus will suffer persecution." Now, maybe God, He's allowed persecution, to come in your life. And it might be someone maybe at work, who always has hard questions, for you, or, maybe it's a neighbor who maybe gives you a hard time for your faith in Jesus. Or maybe it's a family member who doesn't believe. It could be that you're doing something right. You see, God will allow persecution in the life of a believer. I mean, not only is persecution confirmation, that we're children of God, but it also causes us to cling tighter to Jesus and to remember this world is not our home. We're just passing through this on this earth. This isn't our home. Jesus told His disciples in John chapter 15, verses 18 and 19, He said, "If the world hates you, remember that it hated me first. The world would love you as one of its own if you belong to it, but you are no longer part of the world. I chose you to come out of the world, so it hates you. You know, as signs of the imminent return of Jesus continue to unfold, it should keep us on our toes spiritually. You know, Jesus said in Luke chapter 21, verse 28, he said, so when all these things begin to happen, stand and look up, for your salvation is near. You know, we are stewards over our lives, you know, our time and our resources. And you see, one day we will be held accountable for it, you know, what we've done with it. So let's not waste our time. Let's not go on with business as usual. You see, instead, let's allow his teaching of the Lord's return to motivate us, you know, to live godly lives. You know, that's my prayer for myself, and that's my prayer for you, is that we would continue to live godly lives, living expectantly for the Lord's return. And so anyway, I hope that encourages you here on this Friday morning. Remember, you know, if you find yourself close to Hydro on Sunday morning and you don't have a place to go and worship, come join us at Hydro First Baptist Church. We'd love for you to come and join us. But anyway, remember, Angie and I, we love you guys, and we're praying for you. And Lord willing, I'll see you soon. God bless you.